Hey, welcome back to Worst Men Play.
Fuck you, Kyle. You're under arrest.
Well,
Nick, place this man under friend's arrest.
Good.
I think that's an aquatism.
Do you have to have like friendly like Nerf handcuffs or something?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that was an aqua joke, right? When like. What was it?
Oh yeah, when he's got the cards.
Oh yeah,
like
he brings
the greeting card thing. He's like,
oh,
what
I
is
remember
this?
this part.
Is this an arrest?
Because
Or
like
is he arresting me? Is this
arrest?
a friend's arrest?
Yeah. No, man, it's the greeting card we talked about. Oh yeah.
some old lady yells like, "You're a whore!" And she's like, "What?" And then like you go back to hell, right?
Are you talking?
No,
What?
no.
Kyle, me and Nick were having a good time.
I know. I was trying to engage with the game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, I thought you were just throwing out nonsense shit to match what we were effectively giving you.
Well, you guys were talking about something that didn't fucking mean anything to me, so I thought I would just go ahead.
Exactly. So, like, as we say things that don't mean anything to you, your response is to say things that don't mean anything to us.
Yeah.
That interpretation was frankly giving him entirely too much credit. Snap.
Yeah. I liked it. Whoa! What the hell?
The fuck do you want?
What the hell is happening here?
There's a
Behind
weirdo
the
looking at a
scenes.
girl.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, Kyle got a better writer because we are all fictional characters.
That's not fair. You can't have that advantage.
Why not? It's true. It happened.
My writer is the least creative motherfucker alive.
Your writer is a one-trick pony, so it sucks
Yeah.
for you. I mean, because like
Your writer stopped taking his medication a long time ago.
yeah, I mean, because your writer has the best and most interesting storylines, but it's always the same storyline, so you don't really grow, and
But
it sucks.
they work for Disney.
Oh.
This is his side gig.
Okay.
My writer's going through a bitter divorce and is honestly gonna kill himself any day now.
Okay,
Shit.
so this weirdo chases me and I get into the ladies' room to get away from him. That's the
Right,
gist of it.
and then the walls bleed.
So now there's context for why
Oh,
I'm in the
good.
ladies'
I was
room.
right.
All right, here's a save point. It's a very good
I like that there's a bloody mirror with the fucking Dawson's Creek theme song playing.
Yeah.
That is almost directly an elevator pitch
What
I
are
made.
you doing?
It is preparing a lot of possible save slots for me, all right?
Oh, okay.
Mall toilet. That is going to be the name of the episode. I decree.
That's a wonderful thing to come back. Like, if you had to take a few days off from playing this game, like you just couldn't get back to it, and you're like, shit, what was I doing? And you open up your game, and it's like mall toilet.
Oh, right.
Oh, yes.
This
Now-
is what I vividly remember. Like,
Am I
yeah,
in the other world or not at this point?
You're in normal.
Keith,
You're in normal hell, and then you go to regular hell.
yeah, Keith, you're the only one who seems to have any frame of reference. With that music and everything, does this qualify as a special episode of Blossom?
It would be an extremely special episode of Blossom if this happened.
What kind of hat is she wearing in this one?
One made of twitching alive meat, I guess.
A plague doctor's mask?
Oh, that'd be good.
And then, yeah. Is there an episode where Blossom...
Oh, whoa. You got like a Peter Pan shadow sort of thing going on there.
I think we might be able to blame the emulatrix for that.
Probably. Oh, the
Playing a
what?
lot
Do you
of
mean
things, and most of them are you.
the original hardware that we're playing this on? You mean?
This would be a great episode of Blossom. Just what's about to happen. I don't want to skip
Gun.
this.
Blossom finds a gun.
Or an episode of Sister Sister, or any number of 90s sitcoms.
No. It'd be the one with the spinoff with the brother. What's his name? Like Taj's show. What the fuck was his
My
show
Brother
called?
and Me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa.
My brother and me, where Griffin found a gun in a haunted mall.
And has to shoot Justin as he's eating Travis.
Well, I was referring to the 90s Nickelodeon sitcom My Brother and Me, but that is also an acceptable reference.
Dude, I heard. Okay, speaking of, I listened to an episode earlier today, the most recent episode of My Brother and Me, and like, remember how I tried to make the allegory of like in San Francisco Rush, how we're very similar to them? Well, Griffin.
Oh yeah, and Keith accused you of having narcissistic
Yeah,
personality.
but no, literally,
disorder.
Travis made a very terrible joke, and then Griffin shouted him down exactly like Keith would to me. And I'm like, this is us.
So
I was
you're
right.
wrong. So
No,
you were proven
I was
wrong.
right.
No, you were proven wrong.
I was right.
No, you said we should change to be like them.
No, I said that we are like them.
That is not
so
true. Nick,
if one of us gets cut, does one of them start bleeding?
Yeah.
you said
Yes.
it would be ideal if we could be more like them.
No, I said, well, yeah, and successfully, yes. But I meant that we have a lot of parallels to them.
Here, let me wait, bullets. Come
Yeah,
on.
like if they are the Watchmen, then we are that subcomic about pirates or whatever.
Oh, yeah, within the Watchmen.
Who watches the Watchmen? Not a lot of people
So-
in the case of us.
because comparatively, we're basically fictional.
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I'm the corpse of the woman that Nick kills and takes to the town and murders all his friends.
Great. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore.
Watchmen. We're just talking about Watchmen, bro.
I only know who watches the Watchers from fucking Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 3. Hey!
Netflix came up with a notification on my phone the other day, and it said, "We've got a show we think you would love," and it said Star Trek, and I took that as a grievous insult. Like,
You seem like kind of a fucked up imbecile.
I bet you would love Star Trek, you piece of shit.
Classic or new? Does Mike Staclaza like it or hate
You
it?
know for a fact that I have no fucking idea.
Shit, I
Star Trek.
realized-
What do you think? And then it gives you like an option to like say yes, no, comments, and then you select a comment and you said, what
How
the
dare
fuck-
you?
What the fuck do you think I do all day?
I
Do you
say-
think?
You know what? Fuck it.
Do you?
It sounds like the sort of shit that would come up as like an insult in a
the
Clerks movie.
Yeah, you Star Trek watching motherfucker.
I didn't realize I
Yeah.
would come back here. All right.
Apparently, they
whatever.
made a reboot of that. I didn't notice.
Of what?
this.
Clerks or Star Trek?
No, James and Bob. Actually, sorry.
Oh, I thought you worked on the reboot, motherfucker.
I worked on the idea of the making of.
The biopic.
Yeah.
The biopic of the movie. The movie itself got
Yeah,
a biopic.
and I can
Fuck!
talk, and I can safely talk shit about it on this show because no one will ever watch the show, so it's fine.
NDAs have no meaning here.
I never signed an NDA. I never signed anything.
Well,
It's all
there
right.
you go.
I already put up the disclaimer on whatever fucking game we brought that up on before, where I said this is stolen shamelessly from the movie that Kyle worked on, which will never see the light of day.
Yeah, what you have
it's a
seen
different
already,
show, I
if you
think.
watch this episode and that episode, will be the only thing that you will ever see,
And, I'm
and
doing
it
a
will
lot
be
of
more than you're willing to see.
fucking around today.
I can safely say I'm glad
fuck,
that
of
it will
course.
never make it to the general public.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the guys who worked on it don't ever see this episode because I like them.
It's
They're
kind
fun
of in the
people.
same sense of a victim's parents saying they're glad that man will die behind bars.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like we say that, but then like at the same time, if like anybody who worked
Now
on
what
that
the fuck
besides
is
me
happening?
ever came up to me and said, "Hey, I watched your episode of Silent Hill and you
Shit on
talk
me.
shit about Clerks," I'd be like, "Yeah, could have been better."
James Rolfe just punches you in the mouth.
James Rolfe finally gets embroiled in a controversy.
Fucking you! I thought you said that. Oh, I can't even think of a thing that he would say.
Why in the fuck are you giving him a British accent?
Oh, I was gonna go with like a Boston,
You
but
know
like
who or
I
what he is?
noticed he's not from there.
Philadelphia, you fug.
Yeah, they don't have normal.
What if he's only
space
pretending to be
towns.
American for the show?
For the sake of angry video game nerd. They can't know I'm British.
Like how actually everybody in Shooting Clerks was British, so that could lead to mean that
The
James
James
Rolfe
Rolfe
was also
conspiracy.
British. Like literally the whole entire cast and the entire production team
Oh
was
fuck!
British.
I love that explanation. Actually, like this is a weird ousting sort of like.
James Rolfe is an illegal immigrant. You heard it here first.
That's just a film theory.
Is that still going?
I don't give a fuck.
That's the right answer, Nick. That is
Man, the whole Peter Pan shadow situation is kind of fucking me up.
Yeah.
Silent Hill was known for its amazing shadow effects. Oh yeah. I can't
What
get
is
this
your
thing.
character's name?
Heather?
Oh, I was gonna
Okay,
say
so this is Dark Heather.
Nega Heather.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Nick, you're joking around about dark selves and whatnot, but you know, you're not gonna ever be too far off the money with that kind of theory when it comes to Silent Hill. Well,
Yeah,
Well,
Silent
hey.
Hill. I mean, I should know. I am the dark self.
you don't need to confront your dark self. You do it every day.
So meta question. How
and my
the
dark
fuck
self.
does this show work? Do we do 10-minute increments, or like do we wait until something interesting happens?
That's gonna be a long
If we're
time
waiting for
coming.
something interesting to happen, we will be here all night.
I feel like we're having good
Well,
conversation.
hold on. There's a
at
sex
least.
monster coming up. Don't worry. Don't you hear it?
Sex
It
monster?
is Silent Hill after all.
I thought you already
Wait.
said that there was a.
Is that the
pedo.
monster coming through the wall, or is that just more? Okay, that's more shadow fuckery.
Shadow fuckery. I'm gonna get away from that spermatozoon.
The shadow fuckers of Silent Hill.
So, all right. So I know that Silent Hill, all this is like probably going on in her mind. So is she running through like a full mall with a gun?
Well, she's a teenage girl, Kyle.
Right.
So definitely.
It's bread.
But I'm not hungry. Take the donuts then, motherfucker.
Who could be hungry under these exigent circumstances?
I would eat.
Take bread. Hoard bread.
Contain bread within.
I like that as soon as
Beasts,
Kyle
they
said
covet
that,
my bread.
the second Kyle said we had good conversation going, we proved him the fuck wrong.
Therefore, making.
Therefore, making him a dirty
monsters.
goddamn liar, which will not go towards his advantage when the defamation trial comes up from James Rolfe. They said I'm British, like.
Oi, gov.
That would be funny to finally get.
They
Like,
did a slander against me.
That would be funny to get like enough clout to finally be able to have James Rolfe on the show, and then bring up like his British heritage, and like him
Well, I
not
think-
understand
Oh, I
what the
can't
fuck
have
is
that
going on.
shit.
Yeah, I think we already covered at this point that we're just never going to get that cease and desist from Adam Sandler. It's just not happening.
I am the man who sucks. Okay, well, anyway, you were talking about slandering celebrities and pointing out the fact that on the grand
Well,
scheme
hold
of
on. We were talking about slandering
James Rolfe.
James Rolfe.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it is worth pointing out that
the limey British
we
bastard.
are light years away from having the clout to even bother James Rolfe if we were to try.
Yeah, but our lowly position gives us all the freedom in the world to talk shit about him.
Yes, the plus side to being irrelevant is you are free. Watch out. Jesus Christ. Did you see
So
that?
what? I
Shouldn't have picked up that key, bitch.
in Silent Hill, everything represents something. What do those things represent? Is that your semen?
Yes, quite literally.
I mean, Keith did call them spermies. a little bit ago.
Oh, you think I was paying attention to what Keith had to say? He wanted to play Echo most of the night. Okay, so I
No, correction,
checked out.
correction, motherfucker. I wanted to play Echo all of the night.
Your lack of attention explains why you said we were having good conversation earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah, so in that case, these monsters definitely have massive dick arms.
They also have little vagina faces, if you noticed.
Oh,
here we go.
I did not notice.
Oh, because I was just gonna say that they're stand-ins for tanukis.
Oh my God, you're gonna read all of Shakespeare.
No, I'm going to
Yeah,
arrange them.
just read up on the bard real quick.
So actually,
Fuck. I have
there's
to
a
arrange
podcast that just came out recently by the guys who do Reply All called Scaredy Cat Podcast, where one of the hosts, he's really afraid of all horror movies in general. And Caitlin is also very afraid of horror movies. So I'm like, oh, that sounds like a fun thing that maybe I could probably do with Caitlin. So like maybe we can watch these movies together
Fuck.
and see if like we can make her appreciate them. Because I actually genuinely like horror movies.
Kyle, you don't have to do the old like movie theater arm around the shoulder trick. You're fucking getting married.
Well,
You are overthinking shit, my dude.
no, I'm not. But she doesn't like watching them. But I like to watch horror movies. So I'm trying to think like if. So the
7416.
whole point of the podcast is like they're gonna watch least scary to like scarier films. So each week there's like every 2 weeks or whatever when it
Isn't
comes
that
out.
a very inherently subjective concept?
Yes, it is because like the first one they started with was The fucking Exorcist, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna go with that
This
one?
one gets 2 scary
Spooks out of 10.
Halloween witch decorations out of 5.
Which so far though, like a lot of the movies that they've suggested, I actually own physical copies of. So they did The Exorcist, and then they did
I'm a
Nightmare
god.
on Elm Street, and then they did Alien, which Alien was pretty tame. So
Oh,
it
here
was
we
pretty
go.
nice.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about, Kyle.
relatively, it's more about atmosphere.
Right, it's good, but like a lot of these older films.
Jacob's Ladder. That's what Silent Hill is based on.
Oh, cool.
Also,
No,
Suspiria, which Red Letter Media loves, sorta.
a lot of these older films though, like they have like
Cat people.
a lot of the big scares are taken away because they're so culturally iconic. So it's not like I feel like you can handle it. You know, like when Reagan turns her head around all the way in fucking Exorcist, it's like she does that. Like we've seen that in everything at this point.
Well, everyone knows she does that.
Yeah, or like spider crawls up the stairs or spits vomit out of her face. It's like we've seen that.
Well,
in
here's
everything.
if you're gonna do like a horror like acceleration theory like that, you should start with like the Lon Chaney silent film version of Phantom of the Opera and work your way up through like Frankenstein.
Oh,
and
yeah,
see
those movies
when
are
she
really
starts to
tame.
not be able to handle it.
Yeah, those movies are great, but they're tame as shit.
Yeah, well, that's what you start with when you're trying to make your wife spooked out. If she gets spooked by
you
old
start
Spanish
off
Dracula,
with the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari so that they're
yeah.
more confused than anything.
But no, so they went through like those three first ones, and you're like, okay, cool, these are classics.
oh look,
and then they
it's
go
Nick
to,
listening to us talk about video games.
and then week 4 they immediately go to Hereditary and Midsummer, and I'm like, oh shit, because I hadn't seen those movies yet, and Hereditary was actually pretty legit as a film. If you like horror
So
movies,
I've heard it's less scary than it is stressful.
through the most of the film, and then the very end, the climax has some great sequences, I'd say.
So it's like watching an Adam Sandler film. Is what you're saying.
No, yeah,
It's stressful until it scares the shit out of you.
yeah. No, it's great because like the most of the film, you're watching it, you're like, okay, the music is telling me to be scared. I get it.
Okay,
And then,
we're finishing off Horror Night with a Florist, gents. It's Hocus Pocus, 1996.
Yeah, so I'd recommend Hereditary, and then it has like an
we
interesting ending. But then fucking Midsummer, goddamn, they recommended. They said, oh, watch Midsummer and Hereditary for week 4. Midsummer, oh my god, I know this is gonna be unpopular.
Week 4 would
for
have
some
to be
people.
a Japanese horror movie or a Korean one.
Yeah, Midsummer,
4.
boring piece of shit. So if you like anything, unless you're a big drug addict who likes to watch art house bullshit films,
So
don't
you're
bother.
Jay from Red Letter Media.
Yeah, Jay actually did. I actually watched the Red Letter Media review of Midsummer, and of course he loved it. And Mike was like, "Yeah, it was really boring."
Yeah, unless you're preparing your glass of absinthe, keeping a close eye on the loche,
Yeah,
then you're...
visually it looks great, but it's just a fucking
Keeping
very
your eye
obvious,
on the,
boring movie.
on the hand lotion. What is this? A porno movie night?
So now that I've been able to use my platform to shit on Midsummer, let's get
Hey,
back
look,
to the
it's
game.
Kyle watching Midsummer.
Eating a person?
No, I meant the girl recoiling in disgust.
Oh.
I tried to
So
make a
bored.
joke. I tried to make a
So
joke.
bored that he's eating the only other person who would sit in the room with him.
Okay, little known fact is the Fukuro lady makes a brief appearance in this cutscene.
Cool. What the fuck is that?
The bag lady that was in a short film related to Silent Hill 2 used monster models that were not in the actual game, and they stuck a couple of them in the background of the screenshot, and it's like a lady that's walking around in the place where Pyramid Head was born or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, is Pyramid Head in this one?
Nope.
Oh.
They knew not to overuse him. All right, where the hell did
Well,
I... Ah!
yeah.
God damn all things!